My child, be honest in all things. The strength of living in truth. My child, come closer, because this truth will guide every step you take in a world where it's easy to bend the truth, to hide behind excuses, to say what's convenient instead of what's real. There is something rare, something powerful, something unshakable. Honesty. And I am asking you, be honest in all things, not just when it's easy, not just when it benefits you, but especially when it's difficult, when it costs you, when it would be simpler to avoid it. Because honesty is more than just words, it's a way of living. It's choosing truth over comfort. Now, let's be real, it's not always easy. There will be moments when telling the truth feels risky, moments when you're tempted to hide your mistakes, to protect your image, or to avoid consequences. You might think it's just a small lie. It won't matter. But small compromises create big cracks. Every time you choose dishonesty, even in the smallest way, you slowly move away from who you are meant to be. You create confusion not just for others, but within yourself. Because deep down, you always know the truth, and carrying anything else becomes a burden. But when you choose honesty, something powerful happens. You feel lighter. You feel clearer. You feel firm. Because truth doesn't need to be remembered, it simply is. Now, listen, being honest doesn't mean being harsh. It doesn't mean speaking without care or consideration. Truth should never be used as a weapon. You can be honest and still be kind. You can be truthful and still be gentle. You can speak clearly without hurting others. That's the balance. And yes, there will be consequences sometimes. Telling the truth might cost you approval. It might bring uncomfortable conversations. It might even expose your flaws. But it will also build something far more valuable. Trust. Trust with others. And trust within yourself. Because when you live honestly, people know where you stand. They know your words carry weight. And most importantly, you know you are standing on solid ground. So don't trade truth for temporary comfort. Don't sacrifice your integrity to avoid a moment of discomfort. Stand firm. Speak clearly. Live openly. Because honesty is not weakness, it's strength in its purest form. So, my child, be honest in all things. Because when you live in truth, you live without fear. My child, do not let pride blind you. Stay humble, stay wise. My child, come, let me speak to your heart for a moment. There is something subtle, something quiet, yet incredibly dangerous if left unchecked. Pride. It doesn't always show up loudly. Sometimes it whispers. It tells you you're always right. It convinces you you don't need anyone. It pushes you to rise but forgets to remind you to stay grounded. That's why I'm telling you, do not let pride blind you, because the moment pride takes control, clarity begins to fade. You stop listening, you stop learning, and slowly you stop growing. Now, understand this, there is nothing wrong with confidence. I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to recognize your worth. But confidence lifts you up, while pride isolates you. Confidence says, I can learn more. Pride says, I already know everything. And that difference, it changes your entire path. Pride can make you dismiss good advice. It can cause you to overlook your own mistakes. It can even damage relationships because when you refuse to admit you're wrong, you push people away. And deep down, it builds walls where there should be connection. I know it's not easy to stay humble. When you've worked hard, when you've achieved something, when you feel like you've earned your place, it's natural to feel strong, even a little elevated. But don't let that turn into blindness. Stay teachable. Stay open. Stay aware that no matter how far you go, there is always more to learn, more to understand, and more ways to grow. Because humility doesn't make you smaller, it makes you wiser. It allows you to see clearly It keeps your heart soft and your mind sharp. It helps you admit when you're wrong. And that, my child, is not weakness, it's strength. Heaus, strength. So when pride tries to rise within you, pause. Ask yourself, am I listening or just defending? Am I growing or just proving? And then choose differently. Choose humility. Choose understanding. Choose to remain grounded no matter how high you rise, because a humble heart attracts wisdom, and wisdom will guide you further than pride ever could. So walk forward with confidence, but keep your spirit steady. My child, do not let pride blind you, because the clearest vision comes from a humble heart. My child, seek peace within yourself, the quiet strength inside you. My child, slow down for a moment. Take a breath, not rushed kind, not the distracted kind, but a deep, steady breath that brings you back to yourself. Because what you're searching for isn't as far away as you think. Seek peace within yourself, not in the noise of the world, not in constant validation, not in chasing one more achievement, one more approval, one more distraction. Peace doesn't live out there. It lives within you. Now, I know how loud life can get. Responsibilities pile up. Expectations grow. People pull you in different directions. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, your mind becomes restless. Your heart becomes heavy, and you start to feel disconnected even from yourself. You try to fix it by doing more, thinking more, searching more. But peace isn't found in more. It's found in stillness, in the quiet moments when you pause and simply be, when you stop running from your thoughts and gently face them, when you stop judging yourself and begin to understand yourself, when you stop carrying everything at once and allow yourself to rest. That's where peace begins. Now listen carefully. Seeking peace within doesn't mean your life will suddenly become perfect. Problems won't magically disappear. Challenges will still come, but something inside you will change. Instead of chaos controlling you, you will remain steady. Instead of reacting to everything, you will respond with clarity. Instead of feeling lost, you will feel anchored, because your peace will no longer depend on what's happening around you. It will come from what's rooted inside you. And that kind of peace, it cannot be shaken, but it takes intention. You have to create space for it. Turn down the noise sometimes. Step away from constant distractions. Spend time with your own thoughts, not to overthink, but to reconnect, reflect, breathe, reset, and be gentle with yourself in the process. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present, because peace isn't something you achieve, it's something you allow. So, when the world feels overwhelming, when your thoughts feel heavy, when everything seems out of control, come back to yourself. Breathe, slow down, let go of what you cannot carry. And remember, my child, the peace you are searching for has been within you all along. You just have to choose to feel it. My child, help those who cannot repay you. The beauty of selfless giving. My child, come, let me show you something deeper than what the world teaches. Most people give with expectation. They help, but somewhere in their heart, they're waiting for recognition, for a favor in return, for something that balances the scale. But I am calling you to a different way. Help those who cannot repay you. Yes, those who have nothing to offer back. Those who can't return the favor. Those who may never even say thank you. Because that is where true kindness lives. It's easy to give when you know something is coming back. It's comfortable to help when there's a benefit attached. But selfless giving, that's rare. That's powerful. That's transformative. When you choose to help without expecting anything in return, you're not just meeting a need, you're revealing the purity of your heart. Think about it. A meal shared with someone who's hungry. A moment of your time given to someone who feels forgotten. A helping hand extended to someone who has no way to repay it. These moments may seem small, but they carry a weight far greater than you can imagine. And here's the truth. You are never losing when you give selflessly. The world may not reward you immediately. The person you help may never come back to thank you. In fact, sometimes it may feel like your effort disappeared into silence. But nothing done with love is ever wasted. Every act of kindness, every moment of generosity it is seen, it is counted, and it carries a value that goes beyond human recognition. So don't let the absence of thank you discourage you. Don't let a lack of appreciation harden your heart. You are not giving for applause. You are giving because it reflects who you are. Now, this doesn't mean you neglect yourself. It doesn't mean you allow others to take advantage of you. You can be wise. You can set boundaries and still choose to give from a place of sincerity, because helping others is not about losing yourself. It's about expressing the best part of yourself. So, when you see someone in need, don't hesitate. Step forward. Offer what you can, your time, your kindness, your support. Even the smallest act can become a turning point in someone's life. And one day, you will understand just how meaningful those moments were. So go on, my child. Help freely, give generously, love selflessly, because the greatest acts of kindness are the ones that expect nothing in return and yet change everything. My child, stay grateful for what you have, the secret to lasting joy. My child, pause right where you are. Take a breath. Look around, not at what's missing, not at what you wish you had, but at what is already in your hands. Because there is something powerful I want you to understand. Stay grateful for what you have. In a world that constantly tells you you need more, you deserve more, you're not enough yet, it's easy to forget just how much you've already been given. Gratitude changes everything. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from frustration to peace, from comparison to contentment. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't grow, dream, or aim higher. You absolutely should. But don't let your desire for more make you blind to what you already have. Because what you have today was once something you prayed for. That roof over your head, the food on your table, the people who care about you even if they're few, the strength you've gained through struggles you thought you wouldn't survive. These are not small things. They are blessings. And when you begin to see them that way, something inside you changes. You stop chasing happiness and you start living in it. But I know there are days when it's hard, days when life feels unfair, days when you compare your journey to others and feel like you're falling behind, days when all you can see is what's missing. In those moments, choose gratitude anyway, not because everything is perfect, but because there is still something good. Gratitude is not about ignoring your problems. It's about not letting them define your entire perspective. Even in difficulty, there is something to hold on to. Elles sont un moment, a strength you didn't know you had. And the more you practice gratitude, the stronger it becomes. It softens your heart. It clears your mind. It brings peace where there was once restlessness. So start small. Say thank you for the little things. Appreciate the ordinary moments. Acknowledge the quiet blessings that often go unnoticed. Because a grateful heart doesn't need everything to be perfect. It simply recognizes that there is already enough to be thankful for. So, my child, stay grateful for what you have. Because when you do, you'll realize something beautiful. You were never lacking. You were already blessed. My child, be gentle with your words. Speak life, not harm. My child, pause for a moment and listen. Your words carry more power than you realize. They can build someone up or break them down. They can bring healing or leave wounds that last far longer than you ever intended. A single sentence, spoken in a moment of emotion, can echo in someone's heart for years. That's why I'm telling you, be gentle with your words. Not weak, not silent. Gentle. There will be times when you feel frustrated, times when anger rises quickly, and sharp words sit right on the edge of your tongue, ready to be released. In those moments, it may feel good to say everything you're thinking loudly, boldly, without filter. But ask yourself, will it bring peace or will it cause harm? Because once words leave your mouth, you cannot take them back. They don't disappear. They land somewhere in someone's heart, in someone's mind. And depending on how you speak, they can either become a source of strength or a scar. Gentleness doesn't mean you avoid truth. It doesn't mean you stay quiet when something needs to be said. No, you can be honest and still be kind. You can correct without crushing. You can express without attacking. You can speak truth without losing compassion. That is real strength. Think of your words like seeds. Every conversation, every sentence, every tone you use, you're planting something. So ask yourself, what are you growing in the lives of others? Encouragement or insecurity? Peace or pain? Hope or heaviness? I know it's not always easy. When you're hurt, you want to respond quickly. When you're misunderstood, you want to defend yourself. And when someone speaks harshly to you, your instinct is to match their tone. But don't. You are not called to reflect negativity. You are called to rise above it. Take a breath before you respond. Choose your words with care. Speak in a way that reflects who you are, not just how you feel in the moment. Because the way you speak reveals the condition of your heart. So soften your tone, even when you're firm. Choose kindness, even when it's difficult. And speak life, even when the world speaks harshly. My child, be gentle with your words, because long after your voice fades, your words will remain, and they will either be remembered as a blessing or a regret. My child, never return evil with evil. Rise above the darkness. My child, I know what you're feeling. The hurt, the anger, the sting of being wronged. Someone said something they shouldn't have. Someone did something unfair. And now, deep inside, there's a voice whispering, give it back. Make it even. Let them feel what you felt. But listen to me very carefully. Never return evil with evil, because the moment you do, you become part of the very darkness that hurt you. I didn't create you to mirror negativity. I created you to rise above it. Yes, it's hard. Let's be honest, it's really hard. When someone disrespects you, your instinct is to defend. When someone hurts you, your reaction is to hurt back. That's human nature. But you, my child, are called to something higher than instinct. You are called to strength. Real strength is not found in revenge, it's found in restraint. It's found in the quiet power of choosing peace when chaos is knocking at your door. Think about it. Fire doesn't go out by adding more fire. It only spreads. In the same way, responding to evil with more, evil only multiplies the damage. It keeps the cycle alive. But when you respond with patience, with wisdom, with calm, it stops with you. That's power. Now, this doesn't mean you allow yourself to be walked over. It doesn't mean you ignore injustice or stay silent when something is wrong. No, you can stand firm, speak truth, and set boundaries without becoming cruel. You can be strong without being harsh. You can walk away without carrying bitterness. And you can forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Holding on to anger is like carrying a weight that only drags you down. Let it go, not for them, for you, because your heart was not made to hold hatred. It was made to hold light. So when evil comes your way, and it will, pause, take your breath, and choose differently. Choose dignity over drama. Choose grace over revenge. Choose peace over pride. People may not understand it. Some may even see it as weakness. But I see it for what it truly is. Courage. So stand tall, my child. Walk away from the cycle. Break the pattern. Be the one who chooses a better way. Because when you refuse to return evil with evil, you don't lose. You rise. My child, stand for what is right, courage over comfort. My child, listen closely, because this will shape who you become. There will be moments in your life when standing for what is right won't be easy. In fact, it may feel uncomfortable, inconvenient, even risky. You may find yourself surrounded by voices telling you to stay quiet, to go along, to avoid conflict. But I am calling you to something greater. Stand for what is right. Not when it's popular, not when it's easy, but when it matters most. You see, it's simple to follow the crowd. It's easy to stay silent when something feels wrong. But silence, in the face of truth, slowly weakens your spirit. And every time you ignore what you know is right, a small part of your courage fades. I didn't create you to blend in, I created you to stand firm. There will be times when you're the only one speaking up, the only one refusing to compromise, the only one choosing honesty when others choose shortcuts. And yes, it may cost you. You might lose approval, you might face criticism, you might even feel alone. But hear me clearly, standing for what is right is never a loss, because integrity is something no one can take from you. When you choose truth over comfort, you build a foundation that cannot be shaken. You become someone who can be trusted not just by others, but by yourself. And that matters. Now, standing for what is right doesn't mean being loud or aggressive. It doesn't mean forcing your views on others. True strength is calm. It is steady. It is grounded in conviction, not ego. Speak with clarity but also with respect. Stand firm but also with wisdom. Be bold but never lose your compassion. Because the goal is not to fight people, the goal is to stand for truth. There will be moments when fear tries to hold you back. It will whisper, what if you're judged? What if you fail? What if you stand alone? But courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward despite it. So, when that moment comes, take a breath, trust what you know deep in your heart, and take that step even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble. Because doing what is right will always lead you to something greater than comfort. It will lead you to purpose. So stand tall, my child. Be the voice that speaks truth. Be the heart that refuses compromise. Be the soul that chooses right over easy. Because in the end, that is what defines you. My child, keep your intentions pure, the power of a clean heart. My child, listen carefully, because this truth will guide you through everything. In a world full of noise, opinions, and hidden motives, there is something rare, something powerful, something unshakable, a pure intention. And I am calling you to protect it. Keep your intentions pure, not for show, not for approval, not for applause, but because it defines who you truly are. You see, people will often focus on actions, but I look at the heart behind them. Two people can do the same thing, say the same words, even walk the same path, but their intentions can be completely different. One may act out of love, the other out of pride. And that difference, it changes everything. So when you give with sincerity, when you help without patience, when you speak with honesty, not manipulation, because pure intentions carry a quiet strength that the world cannot fake. Now, I know it's not always easy. There will be moments when you'll be tempted to prove yourself, to seek recognition, to act just so others will notice you. And sometimes you might even wonder, what's the point of doing good if no one sees it? But hear me clearly. What is done with a pure heart never goes unseen, even if people don't recognize it. Even if the world overlooks it, it still holds value. Purity of intention isn't about perfection, it's about alignment. It's about choosing to do what's right for the right reasons, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's unnoticed, even when it costs you something. And yes, there will be challenges. People may misunderstand you. Some may question your motives. Others may project their own negativity onto your goodness. But don't let that change you. Do not let a complicated world corrupt a simple, honest heart. Stay grounded. Stay real. Stay true. Because when your intentions are pure, your path becomes clear, your peace becomes steady, and life becomes meaningful in ways that go far beyond what others can see. So take a moment, check your heart, not to judge yourself, but to realign, to reset, to remember who you are and why you do what you do, and then move forward with confidence, with clarity, and with a heart that remains untouched by the noise around you. My child, keep your intentions pure, because that's where your true power lives. My child, be a light in someone's darkness, a message that shines beyond you. My child, come closer. I want you to understand something powerful. This world isn't always bright. There are moments quiet, heavy moments when people around you are fighting battles you cannot see. Smiles hide pain. Laughter masks loneliness. Hearts, well, they often break in silence. That's why I'm calling you to something greater. Be a light in someone's darkness. Not tomorrow. Not when it's convenient, but now right where you are. You don't need to be perfect to shine. You don't need to have all the answers. Sometimes, the smallest act, a kind word, a patient ear, a genuine smile, can break through someone's darkest night like the first ray of sunrise. Think about it. A single candle doesn't eliminate all darkness, but it changes everything around it. It gives direction. It gives hope. It reminds people that darkness doesn't win. And you, my child, you are that candle. When others choose anger, choose kindness. When others walk away, you stay. When others judge, you love. That's how your light grows stronger. Will it always be easy? No. There will be times when shining feels exhausting, when your kindness isn't returned, when your efforts go unnoticed. But listen carefully, your light is not wasted. Every act of goodness echoes further than you think. You may never know the life you touched, the heart you healed, or the soul you lifted, but I do. I see every moment you choose love over indifference. I see every time you show up when it would have been easier to walk away. Because you are reflecting me. So don't dim your light to fit into dark places. Don't let the world convince you that kindness is weakness. It's not. It's strength in its purest form. Boldly, shine consistently. Shine even when it feels small. Because in someone's life, your light may be the very thing keeping them going. So go on, my child. Step into the darkness not with fear, but with purpose. And light it up. My child, your kindness will never go to waste, a promise you can hold on to. My child, I see your heart. I see the way you give quietly, sincerely, without expecting applause. The way you show up even when you rerun. The way you choose kindness, again and again, in a world that doesn't always return it. And I know what you've been wondering. Does it even matter? Is my kindness being wasted? Listen to me carefully. Your kindness will never go to waste. Not a single word, a single act, not even the smallest gesture you thought went unnoticed. It all matters. Kindness is not a transaction. That's seed. And seeds don't grow overnight. Sometimes they rest beneath the surface, hidden, silent, unseen. But just because you can't see the growth doesn't mean nothing is happening. Beneath that soil, something powerful is taking root. Every time you choose patience over frustration, every time you offer love instead of judgment, every time you give without recognition, you are planting something eternal. Will everyone appreciate it? Will some people take it for granted? Yes. And will there be moments when it feels like your kindness is disappearing into nothing? Absolutely. But here's the truth you must hold on to. Nothing done with a pure heart is ever lost. Your kindness has a ripple effect. It travels further than you can imagine. That person you encouraged may go on to lift someone else. That stranger you helped may find hope again. That moment you chose compassion instead of anger, it may have changed someone's entire day or even their life. You don't see the full picture, but I do. So don't let disappointment harden your heart. Don't let the coldness of others make you question your warmth. The world doesn't need less kindness. It needs more people like you who refuse to stop giving it. Keep being gentle in a harsh world. Keep being generous when it's inconvenient. Keep being kind even when it's not returned. Because your kindness is not wasted. It's stored. It's multiplied. It's remembered. And one day, whether in ways you see or ways you don't, it will come back in ways that will leave you in awe. So keep going, my child. The world is brighter because you chose to be kind. My child, stay strong when tested, a message of faith and courage. My child, listen closely because this message is for you. Life will test you, not once, not twice, but again and again. There will be moments when the ground beneath your feet feels unsteady, when the storm seems louder than your prayers, when you wonder, why me? But I tell you, this stays strong when you are tested. Do not mistake the trial for abandonment. I have not left you. In fact, I am closer to you in your struggle than in your comfort. Every tear you shed, I see. Every silent cry, I hear. And every battle you fight, I stand with you. Think of gold. It is placed in fire not to destroy it, but to refine it. In the same way, your trials are not meant to break you, but to shape you into something stronger, wiser, and unshakable. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's hard. And yes, there will be days when you feel like giving up. But don't, because your strength is not just your own, it comes from me. When your heart feels heavy, lean on me. When your path looks dark, trust me. And when your strength runs out, remember mine never does. You may not understand the why today, but one day you will look back and see how every test had a purpose. Every delay protected you. Every hardship prepared you. So, stand firm. Do not let fear win. Do not let doubt speak louder than faith. Lift your head, take a breath, and keep moving forward even if it's one small step at a time. Because victory is not given to those who quit, it is given to those who endure. And you, my child, are stronger than you think. So, when the world shakes you, when people fail you, when life feels unfair, remember this. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. And you are never without hope. Stay strong as your story ending eri. It's just getting powerful.